Hello everyone, today we're going to be walking through a demo video of Digital Brokerage Agency's online quoting tool and e-application. As you can see here, we are on the dashboard, and for our tools on the dashboard of the software, we have Medicare supplement quoting, hospital indemnity quoting, dental quoting, and e-applications. We have e-applications for the Medicare supplement and dental, so we'll be walking through examples of that today. To start, we'll go with Medicare supplement. In order to start a new quote, we just click Run Quote. And it's going to take us to this quote parameters quote search page. So we'll start by entering our zip code. We can select our county if the zip code falls in multiple counties, our age, gender, tobacco status, our plan type, how we'd like to sort the results. So we can sort by price, AM Best rating, SP rating, or company name, meaning alphabetically, but we'll leave this at price for now, so least expensive to most expensive, our effective date, and the household discount. We also can enter in a client name, so I can select somebody here on my list and it will remember that person's credentials from before if I want to run a quote again, or I can start a new client by entering their name here and then it will remember their credentials from next time. We can also click Show Advanced if we would like, and we can add in a person's health conditions. So maybe they've had a heart attack or the medications that they're taking. We just want to be sure that we hit Add Filter. Once we add in a health condition, we can add more than one. Just make sure each time you hit the Add Filter button, and same for medications. You can select any medication and the associated condition, and then make sure you hit the Add Filter button. After you've entered any underwriting filters you would like to add, you can hit Get Quote. And of course, you do not have to enter the health conditions and medications. That's totally optional. You would just hit Get Quote without adding those additional pieces of information. As you can see, this is showing me carriers that do not have heart attack on their knockout drug list or health condition list. Obviously, heart attack's a health condition, so it's not on their knockout health condition list. I can remove the heart attack filter by clicking underwriting filters and it will go away here. So we can toggle between the filtered results and the full results. And you can see that we of course have the results sorted by price, so least expensive to most expensive as I scroll down. We have the monthly premium, the carrier name, household discount if there is one, parent name, AM Best rating, rate type, plan type, SP rating, rating class, years in market, and effective date. I can expand and contract the quote on the left-hand side. I can apply discounts. I can see the annual rate. I can remove or add market analytics. And of course, we already talked about the underwriting filter. So moving on to market analytics, we have three pieces of market analytics here. We have age increases, increase history, and market data. Age increases tell us if a person right now were on this plan and they're 66 years old, 67, 68, or 69 years old, what would they pay right now on this plan? So obviously we ran a quote for a 65-year-old, but if this person was 66, what do they pay? All the way to 69 the next 4 years. So we can anticipate how this plan's premium may increase as a person ages. Increase history tells us just that, the increases or decreases that this premium for this plan has seen over the past few years. So we can see that the rate did increase this year on April 1st compared to in 2019. So we're seeing a 5.5% increase this year. That already happened, obviously. The market data shows us on a national and state level the number of lives that are covered, the premium amount, loss ratio, and market percentage. We can toggle between years, so 2018 to 2019. And if we ever forget what any of these pieces of market analytics mean, we can always scroll down the left-hand side, click About Quote, and we have this handy little note here that tells us what the age increases, increase history, covered lives, market percentage, and premium amount mean, and what the source of those data points are. We can also add application health questions into this quoting tool. So maybe I want to add in heart attack again. What this does is actually shows us the look back period for each of these plans. So on the application, what's the look back period? So for example, here we have Aetna Health Insurance Company, heart attack, look back period 1 year. That means on the application, it asks us if the applicant has had a heart attack in the past year. So if they had a heart attack 5 years ago, they would not need to select yes because it did not happen in the past year. We can also filter quotes that just contain the household discounts or have no policy fee, so without policy fee, and then we can click include filters to see those results. And we can also do an export of these results. So we have the whole list here. We can do a print, PDF, or Excel export, or if we want just a few of these plans side by side, we can click on this bar here and it turns green and populates under compare quotes. We can actually select up to 5 at one time. I'll select 3 just for today's example. And then when I click compare quotes, it shows me a side-by-side comparison of these 3 plans. I can then do a PDF export or print export of those 3 plans. And then I can return to the main full list of results by clicking the back arrow. So we're back to that full list. I can click the X here to X out of these plans. The compare quote is used to compare plans of the same product. So Medicare supplement plans to Medicare supplement plans or dental plans to dental plans. If I want to compare different product plans, so maybe a MedSup plan to a dental plan, I would use the universal compare. So if I want to compare this Humana insurance company and I want to run a different product quote such as dental and compare it, I would click this universal compare button. It will turn the bar purple and populate under universal compare. Now as I go to a new product to run a quote, it will save this MedSup plan underneath universal compare to compare it later. We'll go back to the dashboard. We'll go ahead and run a hospital indemnity plan. So we'll enter a zip code, age, gender, and tobacco status, how we'd like to sort the results. Now here's a quick example. Maybe I'm running a hospital indemnity quote for a 70-year-old female, and we'll say her name is Jane Doe. So now we've created this Jane. Let me click create client. Create Jane Doe. So now, let's say I was running a quote and I want to switch to Jane. It's going to remember this person here and what I selected. So we'll go ahead and hit Get Quote. And we will see the results here sorted from least expensive to most expensive. We see the household discount and policy fee if there is one. It shows us what plan it is, the hospital confinement benefits, included benefits, AM Best rating, SP rating, and market share if that data is entered here. You can see that my MedSup plan is saved here. So if I wanted to compare this hospital indemnity plan, I can click Universal Compare. It will populate under Universal Compare quotes, and then I can see the 2 side by side. So those would be different products side by side. Again, that's Universal Compare. I'll click my back arrow to get back to the full result list. Again, we can export this full list by doing the print or PDF buttons. I can expand or contract my quotes. I can filter my quotes to only see the ones that contain household discounts or without a policy fee. And I can always click this quote options. I can do this for any of my products, so MedSup or hospital indemnity. I can click View Plan Details or Visit Carrier Resources. So View Plan Details is going to show us the plan details about this hospital indemnity plan, and we can actually change the benefit amount and see how it will change the price. So each time we change the benefit amount, the price is reflected. Again, when we go into any of these plans, you can always print or do a PDF of just a single plan that you're viewing, or you can always go back and do the full list. The Visit Carrier Resources is going to bring us to that carrier's website, so we can actually sign in if we would like to the carrier's website. And again, we can go back to the dashboard to switch our products. We'll go ahead and start a dental quote by clicking Run Quote underneath Dental. We can pull in a different client if we'd like. So if I click Henry McDonald, it's going to pull in the zip code, age, and gender of him, the tobacco status, the price, and then we can also choose if we'd like to filter out the dental or vision quotes and just see one product. We can also choose our covered members, and again, we'll hit Get Quote to see our results. Again, you can see that our results are sorted by price. So least expensive to most expensive, we have our monthly premium, carrier name. It tells us about these dental plans. If we click View Plan Details, it'll take us into the plan details. Again, we can change the benefit amount if it's available. We can print this plan. or do a PDF download of this plan if we just want to see the single plan. Or we can go back to our full results list. So you can see as you run a quote for one product, you kind of get the hang of how to run it for every product. It's very intuitive and easy to use once you start running some quotes. We can change our results here to maybe just see vision if we click the dental off, or just dental. We can do an export again. We can do the compare quote with up to 5 different dental plans. So a lot of the features are very similar from product to product. So those are our quoting tools: Medicare Supplement, Hospital Indemnity, and Dental. We'll go back to the dashboard, and I'll show you how we would do a Medicare Supplement e-application. So to start a new e-application, we'll start by running a Medicare Supplement quote, or to go into our e-application dashboard to see any previous e-applications we've started or submitted, we'd click View Active. But to start a new MedSup e-app, we'll start by running a quote. So I'm going to enter my zip code, hit Get Quote. Of course, we would select our age, gender, tobacco status, all of that necessary information. And then under any of the plans that have e-app, they would have this Apply Now button or Add to Cart button if you're doing multiple products at once for an e-app. So if we're just doing one e-application, we'll click Apply Now if we just want to do MedSup. If we wanted to do multiple products like dental and MedSup, we could add it to our cart and then do the applications at the same time for both MedSup and dental. But we're just going to do a Medicare Supplement for now. So I click Apply Now. And the first time you're starting an e-app for somebody when you're writing for a particular carrier for the first time in a particular state, you will need to validate your producer number or writing number. You can see that I've already done an e-app before in Nebraska for Mutual, so it's remembering my writing number, producer number here, and my first and last name. So I'm pretending I'm David right now. We would choose our underwriting type. We can choose our date of birth, our Medicare Part A and Part B eligibility dates. And you can see I can click continue through this e-app, or I can also, once I get past this initial screen, I can actually click on the different sections and it will take me right into those sections, so I'm not having to click through all of them. Now, you can see that our Plan G here shows us our price of $115.67. If for some reason I were to switch to a different plan, such as Plan N, it's going to update in real time. So if I move to the next section, we're going to see that it no longer will say $115.67. It's going to show the updated price for a Plan N, which is $95.39. So we're going to move through each of these sections to show a high-level overview. It's going to pull in our Medicare Part A and Part B effective dates that we previously entered, if we entered those. It's going to ask if we're qualifying for open enrollment, since that's what we selected. We'll enter in the Social Security number here. And the great thing is you can submit an e-app in just a few minutes, whether it's a full underwriting or an open enrollment like I'm doing here. The nice thing is too about this is it underwrites in real time. So if we're in a full underwriting situation and we would enter in anything that would potentially, like a health condition or a medication that would automatically decline, it will tell us up here that we are denied coverage. So we're not wasting our time filling out all this application here and submitting it to know that we're just going to be denied. So we'd enter in our previous or existing coverage information, and then for method of payment, we can do a check if we're doing a wet signature where they're signing, or if we're doing an actual e-app, which most of the time we do automatic bank account withdraw, choose our bank account, enter our routing number, choose our bank, enter the account and name on the account, and so we can actually link all this up so when it goes to the carrier, it can have all that information there that's needed. So it's really nice to be able to do the e-app on this platform, but it does submit directly to the carrier. We'd choose where we'd want this policy delivered, and we would say that we've accurately recorded the information supplied here. We can also add in any notes to underwriting or upload supporting documents such as notice of termination or evidence of insurance, and choose a file from our computer here. Once we've entered everything, now of course I did not fill out each of these sections in their entirety because I'm just walking through an example, but each section that's complete would have a green check mark, and each section that we need to finish or did not complete has this yellow exclamation point, meaning we need to go back and fill out more information. But once we would have all green check marks here, we would click Verify Application. And then if we're doing the email signature method for the e-app, the email would be sent to our applicant for them to open it up, click the link, and then sign by typing in their first and last name, the last four of their social security number. So then once we would be done here, we would obviously check this over, make sure we didn't miss any areas. So all this yellow is obviously things I did not fill out, but if maybe we missed a spot where we need to go back in, we can just click Edit Section. It will take us right back to that section. And then of course we would lock and e-sign. So that's how you go through each of the sections. Once you get to the end, you would submit this. I'm not going to actually submit an application today because I do not want to actually submit, obviously, something that's not real, but that's how you would do the e-application. Now, if I go into this e-applications and click View Active, I'm now in the e-application dashboard, and I can see the application that I just started and one from previously today. It shows me the carrier, the plan type. It would have the applicant name if I would have typed that in. It shows that this is incomplete. Now, if I would have submitted this, it would populate the policy number here. So it would actually say submitted, and it would populate the policy number. If I want to go back and edit this e-application, I'd click Edit, or I can click the trash can to delete it out of here. So after it's submitted, it will stay in there for 30 to 60 days depending on the carrier, but this is where you can search for your applications that are either in progress or already submitted. I'll take us back to the dashboard here to show you a couple administrative things. Now, if I click on my username here at the top, so click on your email address or username, this is where you update your first and last name if you would ever need to change that, update your phone number, you can add in your picture, add in your agency name or website, and just be sure to hit save at the bottom. This is where you can also update your company, your writing number, so your NPN or writing numbers for that particular carrier for the e-app, and then make sure you hit the save button there as well. Take us back to the dashboard one last time, and just a friendly reminder is when you're done using the quoting tool, you always want to make sure you sign out just to make sure that you're signing out of the tool, and then when you sign back in, you have a fresh new session to begin quoting. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial of Digital Brokerage Agency's quoting tool for Medicare Supplement, Hospital Indemnity, Dental, and the e-application for Medicare Supplement. Have a great day.